Molly Corbett, the center of attention today in the sentencing hearing for her and her father, Thomas Martins. She pleaded no contest to voluntary manslaughter in the death of her husband, Jason Corbett. Her father pleaded guilty to those same charges. Now it's up to a judge to decide how much time the father and daughter pair should serve in the plea deal. Fox 8's Madison Forsey was inside the courtroom today. Where does this stand now, Madison?
Well, something big did happen this morning. Sharon Martins, the wife of Thomas Martins and Molly Corbett's mother, we heard from her for the first time. She did not testify during the original trial, but what was read today was her statement to deputy investigators that came to her house the night after all of this went down in 2015. Now, she didn't get into details about why her and her husband decided to visit Molly and Jason on that night, but she did say that when she got there, Molly said that Jason had been drinking for most of the day. That statement kind of laid out the details of them having a relatively normal night. They ate dinner, they went to bed, and then Sharon said that she stayed up until around 12:30, and that's when she heard fighting coming from upstairs. Sharon and Thomas were staying in a basement bedroom at the time. She heard fighting and thumping upstairs. Thomas was the one to get up. She said that she decided not to get up because just the state that she was in, and she was too emotional and thought he could handle things upstairs a little bit better than she could. She then said she heard more thumping and fell back asleep, and it wasn't until a deputy knocked on her door hours later after 911 was called and the whole violent situation happened that she woke back up. Now, what's interesting about this situation, the deputy that talked to her the day after everything happened said that Molly had confided in her mother that she and Jason had fought in the past, and there were some aspects of verbal abuse within their relationship. Now, what the state pointed out that is very interesting, they said if they were given the opportunity to cross-examine Sharon or talk to her back in the original trial, they would have pointed out how strange it was that a mother did not go upstairs when she knew that her daughter was in a situation with verbal abuse and heard fighting. Molly Corbett's attorneys doubled down on their defense. Molly was the victim of domestic violence and was strangled on August 2nd. A former deputy who was on scene that night testified Tuesday Molly repeatedly touched her neck despite the fact EMTs checked her out and did not give her medical attention. The defense tried to add Molly urinated on herself that night, a sign someone has passed out from strangulation, but the deputy didn't see any signs of urination. The court spent a considerable amount of time analyzing a scrape from that night behind Molly's ear. Her defense maintains it's evidence she was strangled, after the state pushed back, saying there's no way to know where the scrape came from. Judge David Hall did say he accepted the possibility the scrape could be from Jason. He also mentioned he found photos of bruises on Molly's neck and leg from the year before to be compelling. There was also a fair amount of conversation in court today about that landscaping paper that was found upstairs and whether or not it was used as a weapon. If you remember, it was found under Jason Corbett's body in 2015, and that's really what this sentencing hearing hinges upon, is whether or not there are aspects of domestic violence within Molly and Jason's marriage. That's what the defense is arguing. Now, the last part of this day, we did hear the full statement from Thomas Martins that he gave to Davidson County investigators just hours after everything happened as he sat in that interrogation room. The sentencing hearing is set to reconvene tomorrow at 9:30. In Davidson County, Madison Forsey, Fox 8 News.
All right, Madison, thank you.